go. Put you there. There we are. So, folks, how you doing? Welcome back to Ed's Shed. Alright, today I'll stand up, it'll be easier. Flaff around Friday. It's not really a flaff around, more of a chitty chat. Like a little chitty chat. This time of year, coming up to Christmas, and a lot of people are thinking about next year. I know me and my mates, we thought about it, what we're doing next year, what we ain't doing next year, where we're going next year, where we're not going next year, and all that. So it just gave me some thoughts about some of the things that have been said to me, over the past year that well, kind of puzzled me in a way. Anyway, it's about driving in Europe. For all my English people that will watch this, or won't, from America that may watch this, Australia that may watch this, any English people country, English speaking country, when you go across to Europe from England, you have to drive on the other side of the road. We drive on one side, they drive on the other side. So it's a bit of an issue for people that have not driven across in Europe before and who want to drive across to Europe for the first time. It's daunting in a way. Some find it daunting, some find it exciting. Personally, I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait to get across. I couldn't wait to get across that channel, across the little stretch of water, that 20 odd miles that separates England from the rest of the Europe. Couldn't wait to get across there. Remember the first time I went across was to Germany with the group, with the club I'm in, and I just couldn't wait. I was busting at the seams. But I'm not like everybody else. I'm not as enthusiastic. I'm more enthusiastic rather than a lot of other people are. A lot of people are a bit wary, a bit, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I can. Of course you bloody can. Just do it. Dropping my stool. Yeah, just do it. Just go across. Get yourself across to Europe, or Europeans, get yourself over here. Drive on the other side of the road. Experience that. You won't regret it. You really, really won't. Do it. Do it. Do it. I'll sit down again. Just standing up like. Yeah, so get yourself packed up. Get yourself over there next summer. Make plans now. Do it now. Make the plans now. Buy your ferry ticket as soon as Christmas is done, as soon as the silly season is over. Buy your ferry ticket and get across there next year. As I've said before, I love it. I love going across there. I love travelling abroad. I love driving across Europe, well, into Europe. I've got many friends in Europe. Many friends, and I love going to see them. It's fantastic. But if I didn't have friends over there, I'd still go across there. I'd still get on my bike, get across there. European roads are so much better than ours. They are a joy to drive in. Obviously there's a few things you've got to look out for, a few things you've got to be careful of, and a few things you have to know before you go. Obviously, that's common sense. But I've had some friends that have said to me that they'll go across on a motorbike, but they won't drive a car. Well, how ridiculous is that? Just get in your car and bloody go. People over there are different towards bikers than they are over here. Much different. Their attitude is different. The way they speak to you is different. It's almost like motorcycling is accepted in Europe. It's not that it's not accepted here, but there's a different attitude here. It's not the same. So get yourself over there. Get on your bike. Get over to Europe and do it. Make plans now. Right. But there are a few things you have to know before you go. Of course there are. Your headlight in this country faces the wrong way. Headlights are made so they face the curb in this country, which is for safety reasons. Not all headlights are the same. My headlight beam is a flat beam. It's kind of like a flat beam. It's what it is. So driving across Europe isn't such a big deal, but especially on cars or some modern Japanese bikes, the headlamp, it's got a little triangle in the headlamp, and you can see it, and that triangle deflects the beam towards the curb. On foreign cars, on foreign bikes, it obviously deflects the other way. Anyway, so you have to hide that, otherwise you're glaring, you're blinding cars that are coming the other way. Don't do that, that just upsets everybody. Anyway, it starts flashing you and stuff. So you've got to sort that out. There's various ways of doing that. Go down to your local car shop or go to Halfords. On the ferry they sell some bits for that. If you're that worried about it, there's plenty of opportunity to do something about it. Like I said, it's all part of planning. You've got to start planning for that journey now. The roads over there, I've been travelling across Europe or over to Europe for a bloody long time. I'm yet, in all the years I've been doing it, I am yet to be stuck in a traffic jam. Yet to be stuck in a traffic jam. Or a traffic marmalade. We call it traffic marmalade. I'll tell you why. One of my German friends, he was coming over here once and he was a bit delayed. And when he phoned me up, he said, "Hello, Ed, I'm stuck in a traffic marmalade." Because couldn't think of the word for jam in English, so he said marmalade. So from now on, we're all stuck in a traffic marmalade. There you go. Okay, so you can have that one. You can use that one. Traffic marmalade. Let that be out there. Anyway, I'm yet to be stuck in a traffic marmalade. Never get stuck. A lot of people say, well, they're finding their way across. They're a bit worried about the route or which way they should go when they get off the boat and things like that. Well, that's part of your planning. Start planning your route now. Do it now. Got your sat navs. We've gone over sat navs. I've shown you my sat nav. I've shown you what I use as a sat nav. That sat nav that I use works in this country and works abroad. It works wherever there's a GPS signal. That's the kind of sat nav it is. Don't need a Garmin. You don't need a TomTom. You don't need all these technical hundreds and hundreds of pounds worth of kit just to find where you're going. You really don't need it. When I first started going over there years ago, because I am old, check it, old, grey hair, old, years and years ago, we didn't have sat navs, didn't have bloody things like that. We had maps, and what we do is we'd look at the map and we'd look at the road where we were or where we were in these towns, and we'd look at a road sign, and the road sign told us where to go, because maps tell you where to go, road signs tell you where to go. It's what they're there for. Petrol in Europe, it's opposite to this country. In Europe, diesel is it's the other way around. Whatever's cheaper in this country is cheaper over there. Whatever's dearer over there is dearer, is opposite to over here. The diesel, petrol is the other way around. So my advice is fill up before you go at Dover, wherever you go, Newhaven, Harwich, whichever route you choose to go across to Europe. Fill up in this country before you go. It's cheaper. I know. Cheaper petrol in this country. Who'd have thought that? Do it. Make them plans. Get across the road. Get across to Europe. Do it. What else you need? Don't forget your passport. My friend, he went all the way to Germany and all the way back without his passport because of the freedom movement in Europe can we mention Brexit yet? I don't know when that'll happen. I don't know. Anyway, he went all the way to Germany and all the way back in without a passport. Yeah, his driving licence. I think the law says that you must have photo ID. And it's photo, you've got photo ID, your driving licence is photo ID, so in theory you should be able to go all the way there and all the way back without a passport, in theory. When you get to the port and you've forgotten your passport, don't blame me if they say, "No, I'm sorry, I'm not going to let you on there." Why, there'd be an American at an English base, English port, I don't know, but there you go. Got all sorts over here, don't you? Even me. What else is it? Don't forget your change your money up into euros. You remember in the old days when you had to get francs, Deutschmarks? What did Holland have? I don't know. What did Holland have? Someone tell me. But you had all these currencies, and you had to keep going through the border control to get into different countries and all that. So much easier now. You go from France, like Calais, if you was going that way, up to Holland, through Belgium, into Holland, and then across to Germany, all with one money, euros. So it's easy, just go and get a couple of £100 euros. What I've found easier, instead of carrying a bucket load of euros on you, just use your bank card, because your bank cards are just as good as anywhere else. And you can use them in petrol. I did get one of these prepaid cards. I thought I'll use that. I'll load that up and I'll use that for my petrol. So I got one of those, but what I found was a lot of petrol stations don't let you use them because there's no way of checking. When they put it through a machine, the machine doesn't check the balance on it, so it doesn't accept it. So it was kind of a bad idea. Shops are okay, but petrol stations are a bit worse. So I thought, well, what's the point? If I can't use the bloody thing, why bother? So I don't bother anymore. I just use my bank cash card. I've only got a cash point card. That's all I use. But honestly, I just couldn't rate it any higher going across to Europe. People are just so much better over there. If you've had a bad experience, let me know, because I really, I've not had one yet. And touch wood, I really don't want one. I love it over there. I've got a friend who doesn't like it over there, but then he doesn't like driving on the wrong side of the road. But like I've said to him, it's not the wrong side of the road. There's no such thing as wrong side of the road. If everybody's driving on the same part of the road as you, it's the right part of the road. There's no wrong part of the road. There's no wrong side. It's just where you're driving and where everybody else drives. That's all there is. So if someone says to you, they drive on the wrong side, no they don't. They drive on their side of they drive on the side of the road they're meant to be driving on. And when you get off the boat or ferry, whatever it is, when you drive on the same side of the road as they do. So does it then become the right side of the road? Of course it is. It's the right side of the road. Everybody drives on the right side of the road because that's the side of the road they drive on. Simple. So forget that idea. Oh, they drive on the wrong side of the road. No, it's bullshit. What else? What else can I think of? Let me think. Still thinking. Ah, yes. I know what it is. Food. If you're not worried about eating foreign food, take it with you. Take your food with you. Take your camping gear. Take your cooker. Take all your food with you. It's easy enough. And then eat it while you're over there. But believe it or not, I know this might sound a bit incredible, but believe it or not, they have supermarkets over there. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Aldi's, Lidl's, all the big. They have supermarkets that are huge. Some of them are huge. What you can't buy now, worth buying. But also they have the mini markets, like we have, you know, like a local co-op type place. What I found is, in general, they sell a lot of fresh produce, a lot more fresh produce than we have. But honestly, it's really nice. Some of the stuff they got in their shops is just so much nicer. I've come back looking for it over here, like, because it's just so nice. So there's no reason why you shouldn't go over there. There really isn't. Go over there, meet people, make friends, and you'll never regret it. But like I say, if you've had a bad experience and you want to share it with me, go right ahead. I don't mind. In fact, I'd be happy to hear it, because I love it over there, and I can't wait to go back. I really, really can't wait to go back. So there you go, just a short little flaff around. It's not really a flaff around Friday, but more of a encouragement day, because it's not Friday. Yeah, I know, it fooled me as well. I woke up this morning thinking today's Friday, and it ain't. It's bloody Thursday. So we've still got the flaff around Friday to go yet. Don't know what the flaff around Friday is going to be about, but I don't know, we'll flaff around doing something. Anyway, so yeah, get yourself planned. Do the planning now. Do it now. Plan it now. Have a word with your friends now. If you're brave enough, go over on your own. Go on your own. You will need breakdown cover over there. Check on your breakdown cover. Doesn't have to be expensive. A lot of insurance companies throw that in with your insurance anyway. So check with the insurance companies on that. Fingers crossed, touch wood and all that old blarney. You won't need it. Some of my friends have needed it on their bikes. And it's worth having. Just worth having breakdown cover. But you know, it's entirely up to you. It doesn't have to cost a fortune. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. If you want to go further afield, further abroad, if you like, you can actually get a train. A few of my friends, what they've done in the past, they've got a train. I don't know where they got it from. You could pick it up in this country. The train goes across to Europe, and then the train goes down to south of France or Italy, so you can go all the way down there and then ride back. That's what they did, and they loved it. They absolutely loved it. Had a great old time doing it. So yeah, do that. I keep saying now, so yeah, there's me advice on going abroad. You got to do it. You'll love it. Guarantee it. Absolutely wonderful. I can't wait to get over there again. As soon as Christmas is out of the way. I mean, I'm already making plans now. I made plans already. I made plans in the summer to go over there again next summer, if I can. Body willing, as they say. So, when you get over there, stay clear of the foreign loonies. There's plenty of them. Don't become one of them. See you later.